What is going on? I'm zmoT. When we left yesterday, our warship was in trouble. Got myself into gold in very quick order. Was sitting in top 6 or 7 or so in Canada and 126, lost 18. And I think you guys were here for like 12 of those losses. So doing quite well. And machine guns are my latest add. I'll show you what my base looked like before machine guns. It looked like this. Now, I copied this base. They obviously have slightly different tech than me. They have green mines, I don't, but it worked out fairly gosh darn well. So big shout out to El Cid getting me into gold with this base design. And now I'm continuing the copy process. We're going to copy Mojo. He has some extra mortars that I don't have, but it was the first base that I saw with machine guns, so that's what we're going with. Now, this is my take on it. He has more mortars, and he has the microwaver. I have the flotsam, which in hindsight was probably the wrong call, but we shall see going forwards. Quick note that I did change this node from GBE to troop damage, and the reason why I did that was because I got this GBE up here. So 40% gunboat energy becomes 30%, and got myself some Zookas, got myself some machine guns, and that building health is next on our sights, I think. Anyways, I have been using, actually, you know what, before we get too far into this, I have been using 2 or 3 boats of warriors, depending. Managed to beat Kaiser, who is a global top 5 winner number of times to get into gold, so that felt very good. Big shout out to Kaiser, a very, very good player. My first boss battle to get into gold, I was on a good win streak, things were coming forward, and then I ranked up against an 18 and lost my win streak and lost my gold boss battle. So just double kick in the junk. Never a good time. Speaking of junk, the Vijay, we got kicked right there. 3 minutes, 3 seconds. These kind of bases, it is important to mix some warriors in. Warriors helping clear some mines, warriors helping get some damage, and I always end up having like no warriors left, but they speed the process up a little bit and they end up clearing a shock mine and for brick to get through and all the rest of it. I've been averaging between 2:45 to 3 minutes, somewhere in that neighborhood. And you see on this side, I think I held back my warriors for a couple. No, I held trying to get up on that right hand side. So just trying some very, very simple splits with Scorchers. I still want to have like 5 or 6 going in one direction generally, but when I can sneak one up the side, good things tend to happen. I don't know if this is, by the way, I played Boom Beach with a Frost like 8 years ago. So if this is that same Frost, who I believe was from Fresno, California, if you're out there, Frost, big shout out. That was my second boss battle. And then just had this one somewhat recently, just trying to get a slight advantage before that next chest comes out. As that next chest comes out, people are going to have even more tech. So I'm just trying to get pushed up a little teeny tiny bit, and you see these warriors on the right hand side not doing a heck of a lot for me, but they did clear a couple shock mines, and that I think benefited me a little bit. So next chest is in 3 minutes. We're gonna try to get a match and try to time it in a way where we get our engine rooms towards that next chest. If we're gonna lose, really want to claim in diamond. Again, we're going to send like 1 boat up that right hand side. We're going to go warrior 1 2 blah blah, and then just hanging out. Need to get brick going somewhere here. I have been using exclusively battle orders, like just always battle orders all the time, and the reason for that is because I'm just trying to go fast, and that worked out very, very well there. As you saw, we got one of our Scorchers to hit the shock mine, which ended up getting the rest of them some free time to go forwards. Now, I did not pay any attention to when our opponent started, so I don't know what we're looking at as far as times, but I really like where that right-hand Scorcher has gone to. Also, those warriors clearing some shock mines, speeding things up for us a little bit. This time is not going to be a great one, but it still could be Decent. Yes, thank you. Every time I get one Scorcher go off to the side and clear a shock mine, I thank my lucky stars, because that is how you end up winning. It makes all the difference in the world is if you can get that one Scorcher to go off to the one side. And I am going to pause here because I really, really, really want to see how our opponent's going to do. Okay, coming back in, we did pick up the win, but did not get the engine rooms towards our chest for whatever reason. Doesn't matter though, we have got the win. Big shout out to Rookie 2YT, picking up the win, moving more comfortably into gold, which is great. I would have liked to be able to get those engine rooms towards my chest. I did force quit, but I did it after my battle, before theirs had finished. Weird, polarizing topic, force quitting, but trying to do it in the best, most opportune times, and that felt fair to me. Again, do let me know in the comments if you think that force quitting is a bad move, regardless of how you do it. And now, here is the problem. We don't have flares, so I am gonna hold my warriors and send them to the right-hand side, maybe? Don't really know if that's the right call. You know what? I changed my mind. We're going to go something like this. We're going to get all of these groupies out here. Don't know why I just called them groupies, but we're going to get this group of troops over here. We're just going to get them motoring, and I think I need to get all the way through to that mortar in order to get these next group of troops out. And now that we've started the process, I'm going to go something like this and like this. I never quite know when to get my troops moving, but I think that might just do it, hoping that my warriors are going to clear all of the hidden mines. We know there are hidden mines. That's not the end of the world, though. And then just shock mines and warriors and battle orders, and no flares is rough. I have a very, very hard time playing without flares. Flares are one of the defining things in Boom Beach, but we managed to get some warriors through to clear some of those shock mines. Now we just need that one right-hand side Scorcher to make a bit of a right turn, and it looks like there it goes. Okay, so still managed to get a pretty darn good time with those Scorchers, even with that shock mine there. We're going against Aesper, and Aesper is coming in hot with Scorchers and Zookas. Have not seen Scorchers and Zookas yet. Shock mines. I love me some. Look at these. Look at those shock mines, and that is where you're getting all of the value with the warriors, is getting through all of those shock mines. They probably lost a good 4 or 5 seconds. I could probably tell you the exact amount of time. Shock mine level 5, and we are cruising, my friends. The exact opposite of the video yesterday. I'm hoping that this has given you some good vibes after yesterday, where I hate doing those videos where it's like, just trust me, lean into the losses. Scorchers are gonna work, and they are gonna work for the second, but I need to get rank 17 because boom cannons and cannons are coming. But on the plus side, we have some Zookas. We've got ourselves some of those medic dudes, and Grens are maxed and warriors are maxed. And if you're just joining me today, Grens and warriors are maxed because we had to get through that 600 tech level gate. So 8 seconds on those shock mines. So warriors saving us in the neighborhood of 8 seconds, which is fantastically huge. I have also been doing a lot of attacks with 3 boats of warriors, but I just don't know what the correct answer is, to be completely and utterly honest. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna go these over here and these over here. Probably should have held some of these troops back to send them to that right-hand side, but if you're wondering why I'm dropping on this left-hand side as well, because I really, really, really don't want my troops to just wrap around and go in the wrong direction. It is that simple. When you don't have flares, you need to be so gosh darn careful, because what ends up happening is you drop here and then all your troops go over to here and you're just stuck crying in the corner, which is never a good place to be crying. If you're gonna cry, you might as well do it right dead center in the middle of the warship decking. So we still somehow have 2 warriors left over. We are about to lose them, I think, and there they go. So we just had what's that, 4 of our 8 possible boats hit that one shock mine, and that is where all of the problems start to happen. So we've gone down to 0 boats of warriors left. I hate not having flares. We're gonna wait for that one Scorcher. No, we're gonna, you know what? I am gonna hold my battle orders because we don't want to use it yet. We want to wait until that back shock mine expires, and then we're going to use it to get the rest of our Scorchers onto the things and just try to burn this thing to the ground as fast as we can. So a little bit of planning when it comes to shock mines, and I think our win streak is going down the toilet right here. Yeah, in a big, big way. So we only lost 8 stars, thankfully, did get that next chest, and I have no idea where to spend that next chest. Boom mines, I feel, are a waste of time. Don't want boom mines at the second. Smoke, also a waste of time. By the way, I did see someone using warriors with bullet. They were just literally using his energy drink to get engine rooms at that point. They also had smoke, which was quite interesting. Seen a lot of people using tanks. Green mines are calling my name a little bit. Not going to be able to stop Scorchers with those, though, so we're probably just, you know what, let's just do that. We're going to get those 2 extra mortars. We are going to drop them right into place wherever the heck Mojo had them. Let's just double check our plans here and just try to slow these people down a teeny tiny bit. So getting the mortars out. I assume they're putting mortars out there because mortars have 11,000 health compared to machine guns, which only have 9,000, and flamethrowers that only have 10,000, but was not quite sure. Like, at this point, I'm literally just following. I've only seen 1 player with sniper towers this entire season so far, and they almost managed to pick off my brick, so I'm sure there's a time where we're going to go back and get sniper towers, but it's not quite yet. Mortars are the next thing towards 5 engine rooms, so I'm just going to keep going forwards, even though I know for a certain fact that 5 engine rooms is going to bring cannons and boom cannons, which I don't think I have an answer for at the second. So just flying blind at the moment. Yesterday's video I said to make sure you had a plan, and today I'm saying just go buck wild. So we're going to go something like this. Again, probably should have put 1 boat of warriors towards that right-hand side to clear some of those shock mines for us, but I am just making this up as we go along. I'm going to get 1 Scorcher up that right-hand side, knowing full well that it's not going to make the turn towards the left, but I just really, really want these warriors to clear that shock mine and that engine room so our Scorchers do make the straight turn up the front. Yes, I just said straight turn, which also makes completely no sense, but this is where the money shot is right here. Getting all of those warriors to clear all of those shock mines, really, really hoping that one of them was going to clear that right-hand side shock mine. Bit of an accent there. Trying to rush this as much as we can, and not only do warriors clear shock mines, but they also save you some gunboat energy, and that is their secondary, fairly obvious purpose. Now, come on, dudes, clear the shock mines, get all of our Scorchers onto that engine room, and we are going to end up with like a 2, come on, explosion, do some damage. Look at this. Flotsam doing good damage for us as well. Part of the reason why mine's slightly away from the engine room. They got a 255. That is gosh darn quick. I'm going to show you that attack just to see how we managed to get our lunch handed to us. I assume it's flares. It's got to be flares, right? See, all of a sudden, people have started to get faster, and I assume, oh, there we go. There is the flare. Look at that, coming right through all of the shock mines, going counterclockwise, and if you come up against my base, just pretend like you haven't seen this, okay? Because that would be great. This person obviously has the GBE node. Yes, they do. They've got that 40%. Very, very much required if you're playing with Scorchers, and now they're just going around the horn with that flare, and these guys are going to hit that shock mine. Not even. That flare was absolutely perfect. So Autofawn with the great timing on all of the things. I definitely would be giving that a go, but as you can see here, we are short for flares. Was getting mortars a mistake? Quite possibly. Do I need a new base? Also, quite possibly, but that will be another time. So, as always, thank you for coming in. Super stoked that I managed to claim in gold, and I'm super curious to see what some of these players above me are going to be doing. Mojo making it into 17. Global number 1, where are you at? Let's get back in there. Already have our first diamond player. 84.8% win rate. Just bonkers. Green mines, green mines, green mines. Not a lot of surprise there. They also have 70% building health. So very, very interesting to look forward. I know building health is right here. That's only 50% though. Did they get some right about there maybe? Yeah, okay. So maybe that's going to be the differentiator between people without Scorchers. You don't need the GBE. You're going to get the building health. Anyways, that is going to be it for me. We are still somewhere in the global top 500. Me and Autofon, 121, 122. Commander J Doom up there at 120. Anyways, that's enough for today. I'm going to go have me an adult beverage before my kids head off for their first day of school. Sorry, awkward. It's Monday night right now, recording for Tuesday morning. I'm not going to have my first adult beverage before the kids go to school on Tuesday morning. Tempting, but there's no Baileys in the house. Anyways, that's it. I'm zmoT. Thank you for coming in. Forgot to tell you at the start, but guess what? Code zmoT in that shop. It does expire. It is greatly appreciated. I promised you some awesome stuff coming up. Check tomorrow's video. It's going to be a banger. I'm zmoT. Thanks for coming in. Peace.